Well, the draft here for Breon couldn't be more basic, right? It's a very standard Varus Karma lane with Azir trying to get early control. You have a lot of really great team fighting around first, second Drake, first Herald, second Herald, honestly, too, depending on how the first fights go if you don't fall too far behind. But Sivir is going to spike early with Kraken Slayer, and the Ashe Sejuani combo we've talked about, I mean, so much it makes my head spin. This is part of why this champ is strong, as Owner C is seen.
Looking for the slow with the boomerang, but Owner's pretty far away. Looks like he was not quite in flash range, but there's the wallop, and Morgan not going to flash away from it. He will flash afterwards and just barely get out of there, as Owner was pretty close to setting that one up. Not quite close enough.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'll hold that thought.
Faker really doesn't want to flash here, and he will have to, actually, as the soldier dives forward, he will flash away.
That is a pretty quick completion there.
Yeah. In what world can Faker without flash run straight at Karus, who has flash and ult, when Faker doesn't have his? It's kind of interesting, as now they're trying to get on top of Umpty, who does not have his clone, does not have level 6, and does not have his flash anymore. They're going to give first blood over to Owner. Not probably the first choice, but still, he was the one who set it up.
It happens to the best of us. Level 6, by the way.
Sejuani? Ashe and Sejuani? Oh, maybe Varus, or Karus, rather, has something else to say about that. Sweeps in 2 of them and says thank you very much for the free kills. Now Karia's caught out. He's definitely going to go down. That arrow unfortunately misses, but, I mean, who cares, bro? Get 3 kills.
Fans going wild here in the arena, and look.
The ones that look good because you know the power of the combo, but maybe not. That arrow does sail wide. That was actually pretty close. And T1 were able to finally use that Rift Herald and pick up some big plates in mid lane. So they're holding on to some of their power in the middle of the map, as Morgan is still struggling.
And yeah, Gordring are not going to be too useful in this type of situation where no one's in melee range of you, as they're actually going to potentially set up a dive here onto a Renekton. They have an Ashe arrow in tow here for Keria.
Oh, there it is, and now it's just easy follow-up. You would think they would use like the point and click, or the at least close range ones first, but no, they believed in Keria.
Inner right now. Yeah. Zeus is a man possessed after that last series.
And this is just straight up, like, yes, now Morgan has been ganked, but before this, it was still just as oppressive in the 1v1. It's so difficult.
One more time?
Play this as taking a lot of turret shots. Owner was definitely thinking about it, and Guma has just been the brunt of all of the action on the other side of the map as he's trying to get the kill here on the Guma. Umpty will eventually be able to do that.
Is gained here on the map. It's hard to quantify what Breon really is getting because, I mean, this was just, yeah. I mean, we kind of said everything about it before. This moment down here, Guma knows this is coming, sticks around for a pretty long time to get that last cannon made, is greeting for it, it will get picked, but it's a Wukong picking up a kill here. He didn't go to the Varus. And a lot of the map control here.
At least Bro do have some outs in this game, but T1 still controlling the map. As here we go, Faker a little bit low on mana. Umpty here as well. 1v2 as Faker is just trying to run away and buy as much time as possible. As there is another Q from Faker, but eventually Karus will take him down.
Now, can we see a cross map here onto Henna? That's what they're trying to set up. Herald over the wall. They can actually try to collapse onto Morgan here now on the bottom side of the map to force this into a split fight. Look at
Keria, he's all alone. He's got a barrier. He has to ult and flash just to get out of there, as Umpty does go pretty deep. Takes a beating there from Faker, as now Zeus just walks up to them in Mininar. He's going to have to flash away. Umpty taking a massive amount of damage, though, as even the Chemtech Drake is getting in there.
Okay, Guma's damage here, it's massive, and this is going to be a back. And yes, Keria overstepped a little bit here, but his teammates were so close by. Sivir is pushing mid during this, and Breon eventually just have to pull the trigger. They can't wait any longer because Morgan can get collapsed on, right? He's under what's left of that bottom turret.
As the side lane is still kind of unsolved here for Bro, especially now that Zeus is even more fed. 1-0 and 1 did go for the new improved Grievous wounds on this Chain Pug Chem Sword. Zeus is in a little bit of trouble, but he has Meganar on the way. Can they burst him down? Yes, they can, as the teleport comes in. Faker's on top of 2 people. He has to flash. as Bro will very much accept that gift.
Well, Rion, once again, get control of top and the Baron itself, but because of this Gnar on the side and Morgan being under inner, they can't start it up. T1, very little vision.
They're going to start it up, but Owner is really tanky, so he can face check everything and get them positioned early. Let's see if they can actually threaten this, though. Umti is taking a lot of damage. There's the arrow into Karis. Look at the laser as Karis is just being burst down, and Owner gets in there and steals it away. Very much a flip. And T1 will get away with murder and some more as the Gnar ult doesn't hit too much, but still going to get a lot of value at the end of the day. Karis also might be going down here. If Keria has anything to say about it, no, he'll live. But Umti, maybe not so good for him, as this should be 4 kills and the Baron to the side of T1.
Pretty sure he just changed his Anathema's chains to Umti as well right in that moment because it went on cooldown. He's like, yep, there's just no way you can kill me. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. And that may just be the back-breaking moment here, honestly. There's a lot of gold picked up for Faker. He's going to have a death cap soon.
Yeah, going for this build we see very often, except this time with the Ludens of Leandries. Morgan, once again, he still has flash, actually, as he just hit a couple of those scryers. Good. Faker spots the guy behind. Yeah. Empty scene. And they have some really nice range as well, as, oh no, Var is so close to his cleanse. Poor Henna. Didn't have flash, might not have mattered, but yeah, looks like T1 is going to put them out of their misery here in game number 1. 30 minutes in, and Zeus has, well, he had a nice shield, and now he's gone. So T1, they lose their Gnar, as the two junglers are going head-to-head. Morgan and Karis together are relatively threatening, so in fact, they're just going to go away. Owner was just 1v1ing the Wukong, and he's just going to die as they take down the third inhibitor. Yeah, take a look at where Keria is just throwing out the hawk shot. He's going to find Umti.
He has flash.
He's just going to throw out an arrow. He's like, guys, I'm just going to throw this in. I might die. This Umti's flank might come through here. They are still pushing into an Azir, so this isn't just free by any means, as Henna's trying to 1v1 Zeus here. Decent amount of damage, but Faker just says goodbye to the Karma, as he did flash forward for that one. Doesn't seem to care, but now he's going to get swept up as Karis is pretty low, and he's got a Sivir on top of him, so that should do it. T1 now will be able to push in and end the game.
Very clean stuff here until the end, where it was...
until it wasn't.
There were some rocky moments, but I think we could just forgive because the game was essentially over on that Baron call where Brion decided to go...
Boomed the Karma after they were very far ahead, so yeah, I wouldn't vote for them.
I don't think I...
But...
Yeah, I don't think I could, in good conscience, vote for Faker this game, although it's the second win on Victor.
It's probably Zeus or Keria. I guess maybe Owner. Owner had some good plays in the 1v1 jungle match. Kind of taken away. Umti's nodding his head.
We have seen a lot of teams trying to break up Lucian Nami just falling flat, though. We have really seen this. It's going to be Sona. Okay.
Wait, who's this champion? Never seen her before. Not meant to be this game.
Nami. Lucian, Zeri, Nami, Sona.
Yeah, they were listening to my thing, and I guess they got the names mixed up.
All right, well,
Yumi doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately, so good times, I suppose. Or bad times, I guess, depending on who you're asking. Peter not having a fun time in that game. But naturally, the Zeri is going to get the level 2 first. Nefert just standing up to that. Now they're going to get level 2. Ignite comes down on the Guma. Remember, he saved that. Henna did the flash forward, and one more auto will do it. And Guma Yusi is going to go down, and Keria might be next, since he will have to flash away to survive.
Empty who got it, right? And
yeah.
Lost it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
making sure I get
my
facts straight. So I got a little bit caught up in the flash there. But, yeah. Okay. Nice body.
Hey, on the top side, here is Umti looking for Zeus, who does have a very nice angle, though, and he's quite tanky on the Gragas, and now the Vi is here, but they don't want to fight it anymore, as Zeus now just going to flash away, and Owner's like, well, at least I'm here to support.
I'm going to try to set up potentially for a surprise brush. I wonder if he saw that. He probably did, right?
I don't think so. It was just the pet from the jungle that oftentimes shows on the spectator client, but yeah.
Of the Wukong, so.
Because like they have a really good read.
Yeah.
Wukong is on the top side of the map right now.
Yeah, they're going to set up for this dive here.
Uh-oh. Henna just dashing forward, so this is going to be their opportunity. As Owner dashing further, culling is huge on Ikaria, but now Henna goes way too deep, not noticing the Vi behind him, and they will hand that kill over to Gumayusi.
Either he didn't notice, or by the time that the vision was there, he was like, well, I'm dead no matter what. I'm going to see if I can get this kill first, but he's unsuccessful.
This is, going to be the Wukong flashing on top of the Nami. There is the Sona ult as well, straight Naguma, who did have flash, but was not able to react on time or decided to save it.
A matchup that if you mishandle, obviously the Jax can very well get the better of you, but it's just so safe, it's so hard, because you can just body boop every time he tries to counter-strike. Now this time he does get it, though.
Yeah, a little bit of an issue for Zeus. He's just going to walk it out, though. Doesn't ult, doesn't flash. There are only 4 possibilities, right? I think absolutely it's not Hextech. Anything else I could probably...
Umpty!
Oh, here's
Where
Umpty.
Are you from?
Where did he come from? Where did he go? Well, he's actually going into the death chamber as the bubble is huge. Keria just going to put an end to that as Guma says he wants another piece. And he's going to be regretting that. Faker is coming down here, but uncertain about whether or not to go. He will decide against it.
I think that's why Guma went in, because Faker's calling, I'm coming down, I've got ult, I've got flash. Zeus, can he boop him?
Finish on that.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think he... I don't want to assume, but I thought he had it. Anyways.
You're on vision. Owner in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get stunned up as well as double cyclone, and Umpty will flash in and secure that kill. Immediately, that's going to be pinged. He's like, well, there's a ward there.
Yep. And that's going to be the turret going down here, so even though Jax didn't get a bunch of damage done on that top turret, which whether he had his Sunder or not, with that much of a commitment, definitely could have gotten some damage done. Get this one bottom side.
Oh boy, Faker's just doing insane damage. The tidal wave into double bubble as... Oh man, I guess they just didn't have any flashes, or they just selected not to. They all get hit by everything.
We're pushing for a charge. We are pushing for a charge. So much damage from Faker. And then double bubble after the tidal wave. Faker gets the scoop, which is wholly unnecessary, but it was definitely cool.
야, 나 너무 잘했고.
Oh, I did so well. I'm so good.
너무 피라였다 방금.
I didn't hear what he said at the end there.
He's a big fan of denying healing, I guess. He will do that. Okay, we're going to get on top of Henna here as he will be swept up and down he goes. So that's going to be the end of him. Effort also just going to die. By the way, guys, this is 20 minutes into the game, and they're diving nearly the inhibitor turret. And they're not even that far ahead. Nope, did it.
I mean, their comp allows for this type of play. Faker ulting for this, and now they have control over the Baron pit. No AD carry here. And the Baron's head's the most delicious part.
Yeah, there is a saying amongst LCK fans that the Baron's head is the most delicious part of the Baron.
Here we go. Oh, max range.
Well, in goes Umpty, in goes Morgan as well, because they have to, as this is a 3v5. Baker's pretty low, and he will get traded back. Car's going to miss the shuriken, unfortunately, but...
Wait, hold on.
Hold the phone.
Karis.
They stopped the Baron with that.
Yeah, but it feels like it's higher when you consider where this area is at right now.
And Owner just has no chill in this game. I mean, he's going to knock up Henna here, and we do have the tidal wave, but he's alone. I mean, he is so deep in here to make this happen. I think they wanted to pick Seraphine. This is a lot of poke, though, as a massive cask is just going to separate everybody. As here we go, the Sorelia's there in it. And looking for the kills, although Umpty is pretty far alone on the right side. He will back up and look for Keria now as Faker just on the run. But look at Karis, he is chasing them down.
They learned about this. They turned. They learned and they turned. And now Zeus here.
Any turn learners? Are they just going to let this one go?
TP for Zeus. I mean, he can get in there very quickly.
They should know that this should be the call from the side of Breon. The question is, can T1 get in position on time? As here comes everybody on both teams. The engage here on the Zeus. Again, he's not that tanky. Big boop, though, and a huge cast gets everybody away. And that opens up Faker to get in there deep, and Guma is untouched on the left side of this fight as well. They're able to just zoom through the entirety of this bro composition. Karis, the only one to survive on the left side, and that is just going to be T1 collapsing and taking the Baron.
And this is why there was so much hesitation for Breon to try to start that Baron up. It's because you're just going to get obliterated if you actually can't do it quickly enough, and spoilers, they couldn't.
Karis, he may have overstayed his welcome, as now he's got to go into a stopwatch. Not even Azonia's at this point. Faker going in, he's got Guma with him. They're just diving everything. There is a little bit. The question is, do T1 really care about it? Karis is looking for it. There is the Sona ult. They burst down Faker. That's going to be good enough, I think, as Karis now is in the back line. They're trying to turn this one. Nope, Guma did not die. Forgot about him. He's just going to get a Quadra and will be looking for the Penta on the Zeri of all champions.
Zeus knock him out.
Oh, Morgan. Oh, Morgan! You darling, you.
Giga Chad Morgan. Giga Chad Morgan.
Hands it over. And Guma will pick up the Penta. Congratulations to Guma. And big thanks to Morgan for letting it happen. T1 going to pick up the 2-0.
Have alternatively done the more classic LCK approach, which is just to pick Fiora into the Cassante and say, I'm going to outside lane you. I'm going to be inside so aggressively that we'll buy enough time for the Zeri to come online. But this is HLE's style, right? You put Kingen on this Scion. We've seen him go for lane swaps early into the game to try to get some additional plates for his winning 2v2s. Not going to be the case with this Zeri Lulu draft. You're not going to be going down there and setting up a dive onto the Lucian, so he's going to be a little bit more lane focused this time around.
Oh, Hanwha Live fans out in force. Also, I like the coordination of Clid and Kingen's skins. As Kingen's flashing, he's getting in there. Henna is going to be discovered by the Scion. Scion's going to feel a little bit silly. Interesting.
This has been this is the spring matchup history here of these, and you could see that it has not been great for...
But the two wins that Zeri Lulu have got are from both of these teams.
Oh. Look at the aggressive trading you can do here with level 2 advantage. Taking barrier, Viper is just pushing it super hard here.
All right, that's enough of the dream analysis this time around, as Kingen is getting his wave pushed in. Morgan, sometimes demolish procs aren't really necessary. I don't think that... Did he do it? Did he actually hit it? I thought that it ticked down and then he didn't actually shoot it.
Yeah, you can get the plate.
Well, nice. Bubble is going to connect there as Henna didn't quite have an auto attack lined up. The Ignite going to be used onto Life here as he managed to get the Polymorph, and so Henna's not going to be able to follow up very effectively. So they'll take that trade. 2 for 1 as far as the summoners are concerned. Decent little slow from the Glitterlance, but in comes Clid. Let's see whether this dive is going to work. Cease and Desist is available. He's just going to use that to start this fight off. Henna able to dash himself out as Viper was tanking the turret to make sure that Clid could grab that first blood. Looks like effort will be spared for now as Umpty is making his way over. Hanwha Life Esports just going to grab that kill and move on out. Back up again to now use in these trades that are incoming as here's the Emperor's Divide. Karis going to throw down the Chaos Storm as well as we are just constantly brawling over and over. Zeker is bathing in this Chaos Storm right now, having the greatest of times by the look of things. Maybe he thought it was a hot spring or something like that. Did a bit of damage.
They know he's coming, so they have to stay under turret here, and this should be enough cryo here with Zeker coming over. Okay, hold that thought.
Yeah, Life is going to get out the Wild Growths. Viper skates away though, and now Life is in trouble. Has to flash. Actually, Wild Growths himself. Never mind. Total lie. Held on to that cooldown. But Life now has 0 summoners left alive, left remaining. So it looks like they will be able to grab that one. Teleport to come in here is Karis. I think maybe dead. Cease and Desist going to come down, gets put into the bouncy house. Is Kingen very happy to tank this one for about 400 years, but Morgan is going to say no. He does get Emperor's Divided though, as he misses the Q there. Let's see whether Morgan survives. He is Cassante, as it turns out. So of course he survives. I don't even know why it was a question.
Yeah, fairly greedy to chase forward there because even if Kingen dies, he goes into zombie Scion mode and then just turns around and you have so much damage here. So Morgan just decides to cut his loss here. Survives, but the turret does not.
Yeah, so he's going to have to get over here now as Emperor's Divide is going to push the monkey out. There's the ult from Kingen as Zeker took a lot of damage there and he's now going to have to flash out the back of this pit. Or just stand there, I guess. He does eventually flash as Bro are going to catch wind of it. Okay, well, Hanwha, can you actually get into a position where you can fight for this? As Clid is behind enemy lines right now. Morgan taking a bit of damage. You can see the Leandri's burn kind of working out as in goes Clid. They lock them down. Emperor's Divide is huge and Karis is just wiped from the map. Umpty is now so far away from Morgan they cannot get that CC together and Umpty's going to get picked off. It's a double kill for the Zeri and Hanwha Life Esports in the space of one team fight put themselves in a great place to win this game. Okay, Hanwha Life Esports, yeah. Feels like they have hit the power spikes that they were looking for.
They don't even need to try to 4-1 this. They could just group up as 5 and siege and remove these turrets, take the gold. It's really easy to play this comp out from there. I mean, look at how little damage he takes.
Oh no, and it's just dead. He explodes. Umpty, Warrior Trickster gonna get him out of there, but Henna not so lucky. Because they're on the other side of the rift, but still, Bubble is gonna go wide. Umpty, bit of damage, and yeah, even this huge wave is looking dangerous even without Baron, as Viper just walking up to them.
He has a stopwatch now too, like he is unkillable.
All right, the culling's still doing a fair bit of work though, especially with 3 items now purchased by Henna.
And one of the frustrating parts about Brion's defense here is they have some wards they can try to teleport flank to. Both their solo laners have teleport, but how do you actually set up a teleport flank with Cassante? The wall works against you, not with you.
Well, we're just going to drive a train into this one. That's mainly used for the turret damage, I guess. He's put into the bouncy castle, has to flash away now. The flank angle, now that option
got it.
you were talking about. Kingan's pretty low as Emperor's Divide is going to be mitigated by Morgan. He's taking so much damage from Viper though. He is just huge. Karis gets into the back line as well. But look at this, Viper's frontlining. He just does not care.
This was HLE just baiting the fight, it feels like. And it hasn't been even anywhere close to Bro ever since. Here's a TP, one more chance.
Oh my god. Zeka does a lot. He's got a really cool hat, and that is just, that's it. Okay, Baron's gonna go down, Kingan. They haven't done any damage to him. There's the dash in from Clid, but he meets the tidal wave immediately. Morgan's gonna walk it out. Zeka teleported behind them. Emperor's Divide's gonna sweep up the Lucian. Okay, just wanted to get another solo kill, guys. He wants to augment that stat. That's 14 now as the team fight is going to break out, and Viper is unkillable. Gets the wild growth. He does go down relatively low, but without Henna, there was no real damage follow-up there outside of Karis, but he's going to fall in an effort to do so. So, 32 minutes. Halma Life Esports are going to take down the Nexus. Pretty elementary in the end. 2 team fighting compositions that we've seen about 1 trillion times. Slow and steady did indeed win the race, but it was going to win the race regardless because both teams had the same idea.
I think there's going to be split votes here because Viper played individually so incredibly well, both in the laning phase and in team fights, but Clid, man.
Clid-demption, dude.
I voted for Clid. I'll just say it.
Yeah.
I voted for Clid.
Also, just want to shout out Morgan, ending the game 0-0-0. Love that. Or in a lot of our LCK mids minds, it is a counter matchup. As Shen, that would be fun.
King is teasing, man. He's cracking up right now. He's like, oh, I could do this. I won't, but I could.
That would be 2 ninjas on the Rift. And in the old days, that removes 1 damage point from each ninja because they work better alone.
It's the Scion pick. We all know it.
All right, so Akali getting that 1 damage point back again. Love to see it. And that's going to be locked away. So there we go.
Because in terms of frontlining, there couldn't be like less synergy for the Lucian and the Akali trying to break through the front line straight up. Like front to backing is not going to be a thing here. That's why Henna needs to get ahead early, as he did not do in the previous game, and use that Gale Force spike that we talked about. That didn't happen.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Arctic Assault on cooldown. As Umpty's going to move in. Winter's Wrath cleared behind enemy lines again. Umpty distracted by a ward. That'll get him. Ring around the Rosie from the Sejuani. This is very cute. Clid's going to look to make his way out or look for an engage onto Karis. There he goes. Wow, so sneaky. So sneaky.
We're going to make the new hashtag cool Clids never flash.
No, they don't. Yeah, they definitely don't.
Eluded by Karis. His ult is down now on cooldown. And here comes Umpty at level 6. Viper and Life should be respecting this, especially because Life doesn't have much defensively he can use. Should be
Potential
respecting.
first blood. In goes Umpty. Finds the Vault Breaker flash. And there is the bubble as well as Viper just skids his way out. It'll be fine.
괜찮아 괜찮아 신경 쓰지 마.
It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry about it, he said.
Yeah. We'll see whether it has a happier ending or not than game number 1. As, you know, real life is often less interesting as Umpty's dead. Oh, Wild Growth comes in. The bubble is good. Oh, Viper's going to be taken out. And first blood actually goes to Henna in the end. Some unexpected excitement as now Clid's going to go down as well. Epic grabs that kill as the ult comes through for Karis. Life is just a little Lulu with a dream, and that dream is a nightmare, I think. There we go, 5-point strike.
That's the next kind of exciting thing is, ooh, we have a Drake fight. Okay, here's that Cassante angle.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get excited, but Wolf, like, it's a Scion. Morgan's pressing a lot of buttons, though. All right, Flash is going to come through here as he's trying to get out of the way of that Q, but it does not work. And there it is, the solo kill for Morgan. Clid's going to make his way up, and he's like, nah.
put him under a lot of threat. Like, if he actually takes a riskier angle to try to go around there, maybe he dies. You know, he ends up getting deleted by the Akali. Henna's there with the culling. Clid did a great job blocking that. That's a crown dead.
Yeah, and now Karis looking to be all in. There's the Emperor's Divide, but not going to be able to get rid of Umpty here as, oh, that was very cute from Zeka. He might still be dead, but it was a cute play. There's the Shuriken backflip. Zeka's just dead. Yep.
Gotta dodge those, unfortunately, but just not fast enough setup this time around.
Yeah, Henna, ooh, dashing forward. May get punished as the ulti is thrown to Narnia. Clid now going to have to get out of there. Does so with the Arctic Assault as Morgan taking some damage from Viper, but he sort of just shrugs it off and he's absolutely fine.
Karis is coming over here now too. HLE really tracking him quite well, and he doesn't have a backline access point here.
Kingen almost lost a shield, which was like pretty huge. That is definitely great news. As now, Zeka could just be taken down. He is thrown into the bouncy castle. Emperor's Divide's decent, but perfect execution is exactly that. And that is Karis on a killing spree.
Yep, and crown value.
This Drake, Humble Life Esports, you cannot give this one up. It's going to be a flip for it though, as it does try to reset Karis. Rocketing towards the side there as Clid will tank up the culling. Kingen runs on forward, the Glacial Prison. Not exactly fantastic as Morgan. Gonna go down relatively low into the backline. Goes the Akali, but she turns into a little critter. And now Clid has to run away. Can he actually get into the backline? The answer's no. But for Karis, the answer's absolutely yes, as the Drake goes over to Clid somehow. Not entirely sure how that one worked. Zeka got the heck out of there. Viper is dead.
And they are going to come over here and look for a contest, but this isn't. Leandri's on the Azir, and he has no idea where Karis is.
Yeah, Kingen is a brick wall, but Zeka is not. He takes a lot more damage, as now Karis goes into his Shroud, and that is a very well executed Azir.
Karis is killing it this game, Atlas. Like, that last team fight on the Drake, he was so patient. They waited until they broke crown. He waited for the perfect opportunity to get on top of Lulu. Effort ults with him. That was so clean there. And then here, once again, they
Not sure.
usually yes. In this case, let's wait and find out.
Yeah, maybe. Bro, gonna move on over. All right, no minion wave required. They break it open. They will take this first inhibitor. Is this the start of the dominoes collapsing? There's Morgan. He's got a dash. The tagline for Cassante as Viper chasing after Karis. Four items on the
like
Zeri.
One Elder flip. You know, you're going to have to deal with that first wave of super minions, but...
Yeah, tidal wave straight onto the Scion. Priority target has been acquired as they focus down the turret. They're not interested in killing the champions here as Umpty crams his face into the Scion as well. Kingen doesn't seem too worried about it. However, he's also not doing anything to win the fight as he's taking a fair bit of damage. Mess with that number a little bit. The split push is very important.
He doesn't have a good TP ward actually behind HLE. Like, he has these over here that the Observer just showed us, but nothing behind HLE.
He's just looking for the back door. He's going to teleport now. As, okay, Viper takes the full culling. Doesn't want to do that one as the tidal wave needs to be avoided. Morgan gets into that backline. Here's the ulti from Viper. He's still alive. The double kill instantly for Viper as he gets over the wall. Triple kill for Karis. Can he find the Penta is the question as Henna is now diving onto Viper. And here it is. Never mind. As Viper stays alive, Morgan gonna go down so low, but eventually he finishes it off. As it's four of a kind for the Akali. Cassante picks off the off one. He's the high card in this particular game of Texas Hold'em, and he will now take down these Nexus turrets. We are going to a game 3.
All Breon fans holding their breath. Oh, the Hanwha fans tightening that mask. But you know what? At the end of the day, pick was so critical here. Zeka just not able to do a lot of damage. Viper coming online so late into the game. And that last fight looked beautiful for him, but doesn't matter because you're forced into the Elder. You don't have a front line because your front line is trapped early. The tidal wave was really good from effort too. You don't want, like, your Ornn is going to make the Lucian stronger later because you're going to upgrade his Gale Force. You're going to upgrade the Azir later on in the game. But instead, you're looking for a little bit more control in lane and better team fights early with your Narbar.
This is also including those games where they tried the Lucian funnel, which just straight up didn't work back in the day.
Yeah, only 2 of those wins from this season.
Yeah. And was definitely a long time ago. It doesn't include his LPL stats, where I believe he would have played a couple of games at least. As Henna getting dashed on. Umpty in position as they're trying to fight this one out. Ignite and heal both used. Henna standing his ground. They have Umpty, but he is going to back away. So,
It looked like the idea there is to just bait them to chase. And when Umpty comes over, he knows he can win against Clid here at level 3. So if Viper and Life were willing to actually just push forward and chase there, then that could have been disastrous. But they read the play really well. And
so I like it. Honey Fruit, not allowed. Clid has to get out of there. Henna taking a bit of damage from the Winter's Wrath is now Hamwa trying to get into position. The heal going to be used to try and fight Life. Great Aqua Prison will stop Henna from moving further forward, but the Drake is now going to be given up. Henna.
Zeka level 6.
All right, let's see whether he can find him. Emperor's Divide gets a couple of flashes, but that is about it.
Good flash timings there. If they end up dying, it's disastrous, and HLE take a massive lead, but will they be able to take the Drake is the question.
Bubble. Well, I don't know. Is
Oil
anyone
in
going to
trouble?
take the Drake?
I don't know. It's just this is going to be the longest scuffle of all time where nobody dies, but the action just doesn't stop, Atlas.
The action doesn't stop.
The play-by-play stream's like, oh, they might hurt each other. Hold on, wait.
Wait. Can the action stop if it never starts?
Hold on, they might hurt each other.
Oh.
Here we go.
Oh no, Umpty! Oh, he got hit by the ability.
Not permafrosted, Pog.
All right. Well,
Okay.
Umpty is gonna get taken out. He doesn't have flash, remember. He's just gonna get taken out. Oh no, lured into a false sense of security. He will be taken down. Effort and Henna.
They're trying to get a plate here.
I mean, it's a similar situation though, isn't it? As they're holding onto the wave, and now with the wave crashing, Effort's just dead. Henna's also just dead. What is going on? Well, he's not dead yet, but he eventually is dead.
They're dying. It happened. 3 kills, 2 Viper, and you know what? The war of attrition, it went on long enough.
So
help him, God. So help him, Faker. Oh, there's no minions to get there, but he gets the whole turret, all right?
Yep. And now it's a 2.5k gold lead as Morgan is looking to try and dive King in here. He's going to flash and then die. Very dead. As he got Cassante.
Good interrupt on the hop. Just trying to stop him from getting that Gnar, forces him to flash, and then deletes him before he can do it. That was clean. So a turret for a turret. This is definitely not the biggest. We're definitely not giving this the seal of approval in terms of macro. Like almost kill the enemy mid laner and then group us 4 and let a Cassante take a free turret while Zeri free farms in mid. Definitely not the best way to push your advantage here as Hanwha Life Esports. I don't think they care. But if we're going to be a little bit critical and say like, ooh, Brion got like a little bit out of this. Morgan got the whole turret. Zeri got some free farm time. Like, you know, just trying to look at the small angles here.
Yeah.
Got my protractor out.
Yeah. No, I can see it.
Right now, Hanwha can basically make sure Baron is not being taken, take a Drake, and also threaten a Victor in the bottom side of the map all at the same time.
Whoa.
While also trying to put pressure on Zeri a little bit.
Get you a team that does.
Hold on.
As, okay, the Gnar is really dead again. It's going to take him a little while to die, but he is going to die. There he goes. Morgan goes all out and then all in.
Kingan's like, Atlas is right, man. I should have played Orin in this game.
Well, you never know. Teleport out as Clid's going to take about 15 years to get this low enough, but Karis...
Ocean Rift power, Karis!
Okay. Is what it feels like. But only 2,000 gold the advantage as this inner turret's going to go down, so that is more of an advantage. And Hanwha Life Esports are going to turn around again, so potentially more of an advantage. Culling just going to be soaked by Karis. The entire thing is Gale Force. As Viper, Michael's Blessing going to be used. Ooh. Zeka presses Q. That was cool. And in goes Umpty. He looks for it. Zeka pulls himself so far away, though, and the follow-up is going to be so difficult. Clid tanking a heck of a lot. Emperor's Divide's going to get rid of Umpty. This could just mean Baron. If Umpty dies, as the Baron's going to get upset, but Zeka, he's the one that's mostly angry.
Kingan has Snarbar, and he doesn't even need it to win anything.
Whoop-de-doo! It's not all that important. As our effort, well, I think they might get it anyway, as Morgan's going to pull him out. So there we go. Some bounty gold as the Drake falls.
The base?
Ignore the base. Ignore the base.
The base?
No. Ignore the base. Jonas Strong, go back to the Drake fight. Yeah, there we go. Morgan's going to find a Q. Back to the Drake fight. No, I mean, yeah, I get it. I get it. The base is being destroyed. Here we go. Morgan, can he actually turn this? Can he turn it is the question. He finds a blast cone. Oh, he's not quite over the wall. Morgan, can you do it? Can you get out of there? F and save him. Oh, he's not able to do so. Oh, wow, would you look at that? The base is in shambles, Wolf. This is very unexpected. As now Karas throwing some autos out, and I mean, we jest a little because it feels like this game really fell apart very, very early on. As Zeka looks for an Emperor's Divide, doesn't find it. He'll find a victory though. That 50 gold inside the Nexus is absolutely going to be there. The POG is going to go to Viper 100% of the time. He played amazingly well with the advantages that he was given early. There was no way back in for Hanwha Life, for Brion.
Down to the wire in terms of HLE shot calling. They are not going to mess this up. They're not going to lose this opportunity. More than triple the damage here for Viper, more than triple the items at several stages as well.
Yeah.
This game, that's what happens when the Lucian gets that far ahead. That's a new level of tempo advantage.